Senator Bernie Moreno wants to introduce a bill called the shutdown bill that would tax senators and members of the House of Representatives daily, basically to the amount of their paycheck, what they would have received for that day's pay if there's a government shutdown. Now, I don't think this has any chance of passing either chamber, but he wants to spin the narrative again blaming Democrats, saying, well, they just want to get paid while they're not working. Well, but they are working. They are trying to fund the government and come to negotiations. But he says, well, they want to get paid while the government shut down. If they can't do the bare minimum and keep the government open, they shouldn't collect a paycheck. And some people would agree with that. But I guarantee you this doesn't actually get passed through both chambers of Congress, because why would they vote against their own paycheck? You might get a few people that would sign on board, but I don't think you get the majority of both chambers to do this. Now, there are some legal loopholes here, even if it would pass. First of all, the Constitution clearly says that members of the House and senators get paid for their time, an amount to be determined by Congress. And the 27th Amendment says that the current sitting Congress cannot vote themselves in any pay raises or anything to affect their pay, as far as raises, cuts, etc. It would have to go into effect after the next Congress, which currently wouldn't take place until January 3rd of 2027 after the midterm elections. Now, it's unknown whether or not this tax on certain people would actually circumvent the 22nd or 27th Amendment, but because it's never really been done. Also, as far as I know, we don't typically have taxes on specific people as far as what your job title is. There may be specific taxes that apply to you with how you've made your income as a whole, but the fact that it's targeting very specific individuals might not fly. And of course, it would get challenged in court even if it did pass, I guarantee, because it potentially is unconstitutional. But they're trying to put pressure on Democrats by saying, well, now we're just going to come for your paychecks. And I don't think it's going to work. It's just trying to spin the narrative again and, keep saying it's all the Democrats' fault and how lazy the Democrats are, when the real fact is Democrats want to fund Affordable Care Act subsidies for everybody that gets insurance through the exchanges and put the money back that Republicans cut from Medicaid. The Republicans could end the shutdown if they chose.